What's up creators? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can export your Web Studio website and self-host it using Vercel. To get started with exporting our site, we first want to install the Web Studio CLI. Open up your command prompt and simply type npx webstudio-cli. Hit enter. It's then going to ask us if we want to create a folder. I do, so I'll type in Y. I'll name my folder. Let's call this Web Studio-landing. Hit enter. And it's then going to prompt me to give it a share link from my Web Studio project. I can grab this by opening my builder, and inside of the builder, click on the share button, share a custom link, and then copy that new share link. We can then jump back to the terminal and paste in our share link. It will then ask us if we want to install the dependencies. We do, so I'll click Y, and it will begin building my project. Once my project is synced, it will then tell me that I can CD into my folder and either preview it locally or deploy it to Vercel. Let's start off with the local preview. So I'm going to go CD and then my folder name, which was Web Studio Landing. And once I'm inside the folder, I'm going to preview my build locally by typing npm run dev. Once it's built, we can then see a preview link at localhost. So we'll check that first before deploying it to Vercel. Simply copy your localhost URL and paste it into the browser. And here we can see our completed Web Studio site locally. Going back to my terminal, I'm going to hit Command C to stop the local server. And I now want to deploy to Vercel. I'm going to start by typing npx Vercel, hit enter. It will then ask me to install the Vercel package. I agree. We're then prompted to log in to Vercel. Simply follow the prompts to log into your account. I'll log in with GitHub. And once we're logged in, we are then prompted to set up and deploy our new website. I'm going to say, yes, I want to set up and deploy. Which scope do I want to deploy to? It's automatically picked up my scope from my Vercel account. Just hit enter. Do I want to link this to an existing project? In this case, I don't, because it's a new project. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to give my project a name. Let's call it Web Studio Landing. I can specify which directory it lives in. I want it to be at the root, and it will then begin uploading my project to Vercel. It will then auto detect the required settings for my project and then confirm with me if I want to change them. I don't, so I'm going to click N, and it is now building and deploying that site onto Vercel. Once deployed, it's going to give me a preview URL of that project, which I can copy and paste into my browser. And once again, see a Web Studio website deployed live, this time hosted Vercel. Now, what if you made some changes to your website and you wanted to redeploy those changes back to Vercel? Well, you can do that too. This is also a simple process, so let's go through it. I'm going to go back to my Web Studio project. I'm going to change my background color from the original dark blue to something a little bit lighter, and I'm going to hit publish. Once the site is published, we're then going to hit the export button. We'll once again copy the CLI command, jump back to our terminal, paste the command in. So at this point, we have downloaded the changes locally and we want to re-upload them back to Vercel. We'll simply paste in npx Vercel, hit enter, and it'll deploy those changes to Vercel, which allows us to collaborate on that deployment before deciding to publish it. To see this, simply log into your account on Vercel, select your newly created project, head over to deployments, and you'll see that we have our original deployment when we first published our website, which is what we saw with the dark background. And the second, which was our modified background when we changed it back to blue, which has been deployed to Vercel, but this time to the preview environment instead of the production environment. In its preview environment, I can either deploy it to production by selecting the promote to production option, or I can share it and begin collaborating on this deployment with others via Vercel's collaboration functionality. You can see here, I can add a new comment, I can tag other people in the comments, or I can resolve comments. With our collaboration done, we can then deploy to our production environment, clicking on the three little dots and promote to production. Once the deployment is complete, you'll then see a green ready status, and you can then visit your newly deployed Web Studio website, self-hosted on Vercel. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything you'd like to see in a future video. Make sure you follow, subscribe, and enable notifications to stay up to date with the latest Web Studio progress. And in the meantime, I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.